Hey, welcome back to Evil's Comments. I'm Evil Mike, and if you saw the thumbnail, this is going to be an Evil's Chats, but a little different. It's an interesting topic and a wonderful, inventive idea in my mind. But all right, so let's get into it. Right. First off, it's going to be like really a shout out. The person is a Promiscuous Time Traveler. That's Kyle. Promiscuous Time Traveler is his YouTube name and his Instagram handle. You can also find his link tree. It's in his Instagram profile in his bio. Okay, so that's kind of why I'm leading you that way. Now I'm going to have most of this linked as much as I can. I'm going to try and make it as easy as possible, because what he's done is he's asked a question, right? There's a ton of YouTube comic book channels that we know of, and we all talk about community, and a lot of us really showcase it, right? I'm not going to say I've seen too many examples of people not doing the community thing. I think there's a idea of what community means and what it really is, kind of thing. But the logic behind it, right? His question was, how come there's, like, let's say 1,000 channels, but you have channels like mine and his where we're still at a low a lower sub count versus some other ones? And my thinking when he asked this question was there's many reasons why, and I'm pretty sure just in my thinking I came up with a couple, and I'm pretty sure you watching this video you'll come up with a couple that I didn't think of. But the concept is, how come we do have this, broad range of different channels, but we all are at different sub-level counts. And for the most majority, I'd say channels that have been around for like 3-4 months at least, we kind of, most of us are getting the broader picture of some of the older channels, some of the newer channels, stuff like that. We kind of like intermingle. Yes, we do have, I hate that term, but cliques, and I kind of look at it as like a tree, like my channel, for instance. I started out solo. I had no affiliation. I wasn't really talking to any other YouTube creator. Now, me as a viewer at home, I've been watching comic book content forever, and I still, they're still some of my favorite channels, because I picked those guys for a reason, right? They got the content I want, the personality, the what have you. But now that I've started my journey, and I started out by myself, and interacting with people that somehow found my channel, that has led me to branch out the way that I've branched out, I find channels all the time, and every time I find a new channel, for that community standard, I sub them up. Anybody that makes it to my channel, makes a comment, I go back and make sure they have a channel. I'm subbed up to a ton of people that don't even have channels, just to make sure in case they ever start their channel, I'm already on board, type of thing. They support me, I support them. And I believe that's how it should be, right? To me, the comments are one of the most valuable commodity that anybody that watches one of your videos can give back to you, let you know what you're doing. Hey, they liked it. There's something cool that you showed, an idea that they hadn't thought about. So back to his original idea. My thinking is like my example. I'm not as big because I just started. I think I'm in my like 4th month. I'm not even keeping track, and to me that I'm just going. I already, basically the way I view my channel is I started the train. In the beginning, it was an experiment to see, because I didn't even think I'd get past like 10 subscribers, kind of thing. And after I started to see that people enjoyed what I brought to the table, I stopped looking at sub count. I don't know what I currently am. I know, and not to toot my own horn, but I'm on such an upward path, and I believe it's just the community and what I bring to the table. But I've been on a nice path where every other day, if I do check, I've got, my number has increased. It's not just staying at one point. I would like to say I'm at like 230, but every day and I think this is just YouTube. Actually, I think I've increased a lot more than what it's showing me, and I think that's everybody. I'm not trying to toot my own horn at all. My channel is, you know, I mean, all I do is reviews, and it's just I put it out there for like like many reasons, but I mean, I use the reviews myself. You know, there's times like you know, if I read a book like a #1 and I did a review for it, I myself can go back and check out that review, you know, type thing. But that's just my channel, and everybody has unboxings, and you know, there's all kind of different comic book content. So, you know, how come we're not all at the same level? Well, I mean, one is when I got started. If I'm only like 4 months old, and let's say like, you know, Comic Tom is a year and a half old, you know, I mean, of course he's gonna, you know, I mean, even if we had the same content, same personalities and stuff, and we got started at the same time, I still believe the numbers would be different, you know, because we're different people. We think differently. We bring, you know, it wouldn't be exact the same. All right, so that's just kind of one reason I would think that we're not all at the same, like, sub-level. Okay, but then you go a little bit in the future and people are getting to know me, and how come I'm not, you know, at a 400 or, I think that just has, you know, I mean, it's like, me as a creator, I'm subbing up to anybody that has a comic book channel because of the community standpoint, you know. But do I watch everybody's content? For one, I don't have time. Two, honestly, and I'm not trying to be mean or anything, but there's a lot of people that I'm just not into, you know. I mean, they could be people in real life that I would know off, you know. I mean, I wouldn't probably be friends with those type of people. And that's nothing against those type of people. This works for everybody, right? It's not just me. I wish I could be friends with everybody, but there's some kind of mean and spiteful people, and I'm not going to say that they're deliberate in that way. It just where they are in the world, what they're going through, you know. I mean, okay. So his elimination to all these thinking and thoughts, right? He actually came up with an idea. Sorry. His idea was to make a Google document, and basically every comic book channel that he can find or come across, he has added it to this Google document. Promiscuous Time Travel, Kyle, is the one that's basically moderating this Google document, but me, myself, and it will be linked here if I can, I mean, because I'm on my phone. So I mean, that's kind of why I'm doing this video, is I wanted to find out how easy it was for me to access on my phone versus like a laptop or a you know, a tablet kind of thing. And it was really easy. I mean, basically, I mean, I had to download Google Documents, but I do quite often. I just don't keep it on my phone. So I mean, I downloaded it and bam, it was right there. And I mean, his list was small at the moment, but that's just because he just got it started. I mean, this is an idea that he popped, I think it was like Thursday, and by Friday it was already into an existence kind of thing. And I mean, you talk about like a man of action, like, yes, like, I mean, he thought of something and literally started working on it. I mean, and there was already a good slew of names there, and I think, as far as I took it, there were some people that have already come into the Google document, because how it works is you go to the Google document, and what you're supposed to do as a creator is you're supposed to go through there and sub everybody up. I mean, I mean, it's going to be a list that's set up A to Z, you know, or maybe, you know, numbers first and then A to Z. But all the way down that list, you know, he's going to have channels, and you're going to find, of course, channels that you don't know, and that's the plan, is you as a creator, and to build everybody up at the same time is his kind of thinking. If we all as creators go to this Google document and just sub up everybody that has a comic book, you know, a comic book channel, he's not asking to do anything beyond that. He's not asking to watch their content. He's not asking to hit that bell. He's just asking to go sub up everybody, because we really do talk about community, and there's been some wonderful people in this community that have tried to do wonderful things. Gary B, the casual comic book guy, you know, started the hashtag Grow Together movement that I use myself and have since I found it. I love being a part of that movement because it's all about building up everybody. We're all comic book people, right? We all love comic books. That's why we're here. So, He's kind of done it rather simple, where you just go into this Google document, and once you go in there, it's hyperlinked. Everything's hyperlinked. All you have to do is click on a name, and it directly takes you to their YouTube thing, so you can subscribe. On to the next one. I think while I was in there, within a matter of minutes, I'd already found like a bunch of channels that I wasn't subbed up to, and instantly I was subbed up to them, and it was linking to my YouTube thing. It was very simple. Not only that, but my name wasn't on the list, right? I mean, because he just got started and he's adding names on it up, you know, by himself. Then on top of that, there has been a couple people that have hopped in and added their names, right? So I went ahead and added my name. It was that easy. Now there are rules and requirements, of course. This can be something that can try to be taken advantage of, and that's not the purpose, right? You know, it's there to help and support the community, and that's it. You know, from Kyle's standpoint, there's no malintent. There's no, you know, it's another idea from a guy that's trying to do a wonderful thing, and me just hearing the idea, it sounds good. I don't, you know, it's not like he's linking any kind of driver's license information or nothing like that. It direct links to your YouTube. I mean, that's basically it. You know, so my suggestion, you know, would be take the minute or two to check it out, you know, and not only that, but the more channels you're subbed up to, the more name you're gonna, you know, you're gonna get out there, right? I mean, my channel's never gonna grow if no one ever hears the name Evil's Comics or Evil Mike, right? So the more you get your name out there, for whatever reason, it could be bad, but I mean, it could be good and bad. You want to make a name for yourself. I mean, you're gonna skyrocket. You know, people like that bad stuff. And I'm not saying go do some bad stuff, but I mean, it happens, right? But you know, just as a comic creator, and this is really what this video is orientated to. But if you were a viewer that is at home and you are watching this, you know, Promiscuous Time Traveler is a wonderful YouTuber. Not only do I love Kyle, I mean, he has wonderful ideas. He is more on the independent comic side of things, but I mean, he does weird, wonderful, you know, out of the box type things that yeah, I generally like, because you know, my mindset and the way I think is a certain way, but that doesn't mean I'm not open to other ideas and stuff like that. I generally like that. I want to hear other ideas. That's why I started my channel, is to hear other people's ideas about the comics I was reading. There was a lot of comics I was confused on. Like, for one, we had a big comic book channel chat on was Bunny Mask, and it's not just me. You know, there was numerous people in the community that were confused by this comic, and we, guess what? We got together and talked about it. It was nice. Okay, so this long blah blah blah, you know, but okay, so Promiscuous Time Traveler, check out his channel and then hit up this Google document. I'm gonna try and link both in this video in the description down below. You know, this really isn't about me, you know, I mean, we get that same stuff in every video. All I can say is thank you for, you know, clicking on my box. I love that McKinley says that, but thank you for clicking on my box, you know, like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. But really, you know, go check out Kyle and check out this idea. Especially if you are a smaller channel, this is a big way to, you know, check out a whole bunch of channels at one slew. If you are a bigger channel, this is a wonderful way to get to know a bunch of the smaller channels that are in the mix now too. That's all I got to say. You know, y'all have a great day. It's a Monday out there, and it's all nice and stormy over here. I hope you have a wonderful day. I'll see y'all later. Bye.